What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Today is December 28th, 2024. This is the final play bite of the year. But with that being said, it looks like Bungie is in very hot water and it might not be so great after all. PlayStation is getting sued over what happened at Bungie with a former employee, and it looks like teams from Bungie are now being dissolved into PlayStation after years and years of mismanagement at Bungie proper. So first and foremost, Barrett, who was a 25-year veteran of Bungie, is suing PlayStation Studios as a whole for money not paid to him under the agreement that they had for when Bungie was bought out by PlayStation. He is claiming that they defamed his character. He's seeking $45 million that they still owe him and additional payments for pain, suffering, and defamation of character, adding up to no less than $100 million. He claims the reason that he was let go and they made up these stories is not because they are true, but just to keep from paying out that $45 million. If that is true, then he 100% needs to get paid out. This is no joke at this point. This is serious. This is someone's money, someone's livelihood. He might not be able to get work elsewhere, and if he was owed that in an agreement, PlayStation needs to pay up. Additionally, two senior Bungie executives have now left the studio after PlayStation has dissolved yet another Bungie team into PlayStation Studios. If you recall, when Sony bought Bungie way back when, a part of the agreement was that so long as Bungie is running properly and not messing up, they will continue to be able to operate single-handedly, but if things go away, then PlayStation will step in and make the corrections needed. And as you've seen over the last year and a half, 2 years, Bungie has been making a lot of mistakes. Bungie led to Concord. Concord was a $400 million flop for Sony. Although Sony has a ton of money and they're going to make that back in no time, $400 million is nothing to scuff at. That was a lot of money lost because of Bungie giving bad advice on Concord. Now, we don't know what this team that's being dissolved into PlayStation is going to be doing. They could be making their own new team to do whatever kind of project, or they could be, separated out into different live service projects within Sony. We know they still have several within the pipes. So that is a very real possibility, and there's also a very real possibility that this could just be a quiet way to sunset Bungie and Marathon and just have it roll into PlayStation Studios and have them do whatever else. This kind of reminds me way back when Bungie first started having issues. This goes all the way back to the 90s. If you didn't know the history of Bungie, they were originally an Apple subsidiary. I'm not sure if Apple owned them or if they were just contracted to Apple, but Halo was originally supposed to be a Mac computer game. However, eventually Apple started seeing what they were doing. It was like, oh my god, no. So they said quietly, just go away. So then Bungie was bought up by Microsoft, or Halo was bought up by Microsoft rather, and that led one thing to another. Halo 1 came out, didn't set the world on fire, but it did good enough for Xbox. Halo 2 didn't set the world on fire, but it did good enough for Xbox. Halo 3 came out in a very weird time. It was a very good online game, but it was not competing with Uncharted. It was not competing with Call of Duty. So eventually Microsoft grew frustrated, Bungie left, then Bungie comes out with Destiny, the first Destiny, world class. Everybody was like, oh my god, what is this? And it just set the world on fire. And then Destiny 2 came out, people liked it for a couple hours, and then nobody went back to it, but there's a core fan base of it that is continuously enjoying the game and keeping it alive. There's been a lot of legendary moments within that, memes, careers from YouTubers being launched, careers for voice actors being launched. It has had its place in pop culture. But then Bungie gets bought up by Sony, and then slowly but surely, it seems like every 6 to 7 months, Bungie finds itself in a new hot water, and it's just like, how is this happening? A company that's supposed to be as legendary as Bungie, how are you having all these issues? I personally do really want to see Marathon come out. Even though I'm not that passionate about Bungie as a studio or the games that they make, I know they have their dedicated fan base, and a video game world without Bungie just doesn't feel right. Hopefully in 2025, we will get to see what exactly went down and we'll know more about what's going on with Bungie, but for now, this is all that we know. And with that being said, what do you think about the news? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.